Assalamualaikum guys, this is me Haziq Karim, and it's my pleasure for me to share my experience throughout a day in my life in this holy school, Madrasah Ramadhan. So to start my day, I would usually go ahead and do Qiyamul Lail during the last third of the night. I would use this opportunity to not just make tahajjud 2 rak'ah at least, but also to make as much dua as possible. And waking up early for this purpose actually is one of the characteristics of a true believer, as Allah mentions in Surah Sajdah that they abandon their beds, invoking their Lord with hope and fear. Next up, of course, it's time to eat our suhoor. Now for us, we would usually eat our suhoor 20 to 30-ish minutes or 40 minutes prior to the Fajr Adhan. This way, we would have more time to consume our meals, and with that, we don't need to rush in doing so. After I perform my Fajr prayers, I would usually proceed with the tilawah of the Quran Karim. Now it is best that we recite Quran as much as possible, because as mentioned in the Quran that reciting Quran during Fajr is being witnessed, and it's being witnessed by the angels who are recording our deeds, and also by Allah Himself. How cool is that? Now for a person like me, I tend to be tired and lethargic after performing my Qiyamul Lail stuff during the night. So after I've read some Quran, I would go ahead and carry on with my sleep. Having woken up from my morning sleep, if I have the courage, I will usually try my best to perform duha prayer. And the thing about duha prayer is that its virtues are vast, uplifting, life-changing, and of immense benefit to those who implement the habit of praying on a daily basis. And one of the virtues of this is that duha prayer helps fulfill charity on every joint in our body. As per a hadith in Sahih Muslim, Rasulullah SAW mentioned that just 2 raka'ah of which is sufficient as a charity on behalf of every joint in the body. Then basically most of my day would just carry on just like a normal day, with classes, with meetings, etc. Sometimes I will have classes or meetings during the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, and I'm like, just go with the flow. By logic, the needle here should point at 0 degrees or 180 degrees, depending on the orientation of the protracted case itself. I'm feeling that the foreign workers have a slightly more privilege than the refugees. So that's why I feel that pretty makes difference between these two. And if I'm not lazy, I would do whatever pending assignments that were given to me by my lecturers. Sometimes if I'm not lazy, I will continue reciting my Quran. If I still haven't completed the juz that I was at a particular time, I would try to wrap up this juz. Sometimes I would surf through the internet, watch YouTube videos, etc. Mentioned in Surah Nur that whether we are a male or a female, we must lower our gaze and protect our private parts.
Then of course when Maghrib commences, it's time to break our fast. And of course later during the night, I will usually go ahead and perform my Isha and Tarawih prayers.
Allahu Akbar.
Sometimes I will pray at home, or sometimes if I'm not lazy, or if I got like a responsibility to lead the Tarawih prayer at a residential surau, I will go there and perform Tarawih prayers there.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
And finally, it was time for me to go to bed. And that wraps up my typical day in my life in Madrasah Ramadan. This is your boy Haziq Karim representing MSA of Taylor's University.